Hi everyone, this is my immediate reaction after watching Agatha All Along. I believe that's the title. This series has gone through so many name changes. Agatha, House of Harkness, Agatha, Witch's Coven. I believe it's called Agatha All Along, which honestly, in hindsight, is probably the best name for it, since that's how a lot of people remembered this character for that wonderful song, which of course was in WandaVision. And, for those that don't know, I was a huge fan of WandaVision. I think that's one of Disney Plus's best original shows. And one of the standouts in that series was Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness, who was the villain of that particular show. I mean, she was a great character, and, I honestly wanted more of her. I think everyone wanted more of her in that series. And, when it was announced that they were going to do a spin-off show, I was like, well, I don't know if that would work. I mean, I'd love to see the character again, pop up in a supporting role and a villainous role in other Marvel TV shows or films or anything. But, they went ahead and did this show, but then, we heard about all the delays and things. I was like, when's this thing going to come out? Should they even have done it? And, I've watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm pleasantly surprised by the show. I feel like the first episode is a little slow, since, Agatha's still trapped in the spell that, the Scarlet Witch put her in, Wanda Maximoff put her in. And it's really not until, I would say, the back half of the first episode, and then in the second episode, where the series gets a lot better, when they start introducing a lot of the supporting cast who follow Agatha on this adventure, basically to restore her powers, since she's not able to use them as she once was able to. And, all these other witches, her new coven, they all have, their own motivations as they go, down this journey with her. And, Catherine Hahn, much like she was in WandaVision, she's great here. This is such a fun role for her. I feel like she's having a blast with this particular series. But really, it's the supporting cast along with her that at least make these first 2 episodes, especially the second episode. I mean, we do see a little bit of Aubrey Plaza, who seems to be set up as the villain for this series. It's kind of nice to see Aubrey Plaza not just, play the, typical character that she often does. But believe me, it's not like, she's not playing the character like she does in, Parks and Recreation. She's a little dark, a little morbid, but there's this sensuality to her character, this sassiness to her character that pairs well with Catherine Hahn's Agatha. But I think the rest of the cast does a really good job. We're introduced to Joe Locke, who plays Teen, who is a character we don't learn a lot about, because there's actually a very good reason as to why. But I really like him in the show so far. They pair him up with Agatha, and that's kind of like her the assistant, her boy, her pet, her toy, as she calls him throughout these episodes. And I really like their dynamic. But then you also have like Deborah Jo Rupp. She comes back, or excuse me, Deborah Jo Rupp. She comes back from WandaVision, and she's really fun so far. I really like her character. Then we got people like Patti LuPone, who plays like this nearly 500-year-old Sicilian witch who's like an expert in divination. They find these other witches who go on this journey with Agatha to hopefully restore her powers and hopefully get something that they want. But yeah, honestly, I know a lot of people had a lot of misgivings about this show. I certainly was asking questions like, I don't know if you should be doing this. This is maybe this is kind of unnecessary. And a lot of people are asking, like, how does this tie into the greater MCU? And to be honest, I don't think it needs to. I don't think I want it to. Just like have it be its own separate thing. Treat it like, Werewolf by Night. I feel like that would be much better, and that would work. Just it's very much a sequel to WandaVision. They bring up WandaVision often, so I would say if you're going to go into the show, watch that first. But at least so far, it's fun. My girlfriend Katrina, she's loving it. She's really into like witch stuff and witchcraft and those kind of like old folklore, horror legends and things. So if you're really into that too, if you're really into like witches and witchcraft and the history surrounding that, then I think you'd get a big kick out of this show. Just watch WandaVision beforehand, and I think at least for these first 2 episodes, you'll enjoy yourself. So yeah, that's just kind of my current thoughts on Agatha all along. I'll continue to watch this series and continue to share my thoughts on it. And I'll be doing a full review of these first 2 episodes soon. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of these first 2 episodes, and I'll see you next time.